Awesome. Well, let's get right into it. So I'm here with Mel Josephson, goalie for UVA, and we're going to be talking about the STX Cell VI goalie gloves. And she was just showing off her colorway. I've got it in all white, which is pretty clean too. I like the all white look, but certainly if you can customize it with your school colors, all the better, right? Well, Mel, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I've been rocking these things for a couple years now, and I do really enjoy them actually. Um, STX did a good job putting this thing together. So
Yeah. Well, let's get right into it. So, when we talk about goalie gloves, I think it all comes down to this guy right here. It all comes down to the thumb protection, right? I mean, there's like, yeah, like we want some hand protection and durability and breaking it in. But I think like the most important thing for us lacrosse goalies is that thumb protection. So, and if you're brand new to the sport, it's because like we set up and our thumb is like very much exposed in our stance. And so, have you ever broken your thumb or had a thumb injury, Mel?
I haven't broken my thumb playing lacrosse, but last August, this time last year, I actually smashed it in a car door,
Oh,
and I
wow.
had to go back to school about a week later. And so I was actually able to fit like a little brace under my thumb and into the pocket of these gloves.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me about, let's talk about the thumb. So one of the things like when I first put it on that I was like, wow, you know what's really cool about them is like it's got, a nice sturdy thumb, but it actually like goes down pretty far. Like the thumb protector goes down to like right there. You can kind of see it. And so I can really
Yeah.
get my thumb in there. And like a lot of the other ones that I've tried, like the thumb protection kind of stops like up here, right? So I feel like the pad, like the base part of my thumb is still very much exposed. I don't know. When you put these on, how do you rate the thumb protection versus other gloves that you've tried?
Yeah, so I really like them. These are them on me.
Yeah.
So you can see that thumb protection does kind of come down right to about here.
Right.
And I know there are other brands where they kind of it's like more pops out like that right on the tip, but then we're missing kind of anything coming at like other angles, and you're kind of just getting more 360-degree protection there.
Yeah.
I will say, my one qualm with it is if you can see, and the glove as a whole, if you see right there.
Yeah.
It's having some issues wearing out. That being said, I do train and wear them daily. I know that's not the same for everybody, but I've had that problems on like most of the fingers after about 6 months of wear. But as far as the thumb protection goes, this style, I think they call it the lockbox,
Uh-huh.
much, much, much preferred to what I would characterize as like an exoskeleton. I don't know if you've seen like the razor gloves, but
Yeah.
it's almost like that the plastic fitting they have right over top of here.
Right.
I really, really dislike using those because either you have to like break in the plastic so it gets bendy and it's pretty restrictive, but then once it does start to bend, eventually it does snap. It snaps whenever you move your thumb, and
Yeah.
then when you're playing, that snap plastic will get caught whenever you're trying to move.
Interesting. Okay. So you much prefer this
This
style.
soft, yeah, the soft
Yeah,
style.
yeah. And interesting. So noted on the durability issue. There might be some durability issues. I mean, mine are brand spanking new. I haven't really
Yeah.
taken any shots, but I imagine that, yeah, it's kind of like a sharper edge. And I could see like that kind of cutting into that material, huh? And you even mentioned it's wearing out like on the pads here or no?
Yeah, well, something to think about is that when I play, I'm gripping much more in my fingertips than I am in my actual palm of my stick,
Okay, yeah.
focusing like really on this like these first two knuckles here.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that especially like this stitching along the edge
Okay.
tends to get worn out.
Yeah.
And you can even see like right in the middle of the palm. I don't know if you can get a view of that, but right
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
these ones are newer. I got them at the end of the season. That stitching's starting to wear out. So that's my only complaint about these gloves.
Okay. All right. And then what about breaking them in for you? So I just got these. I put them on. They feel pretty nice, like right out of the box. I wouldn't say like, it requires that much breaking in. Maybe the thumb a little bit. How are they for getting broken in for you, do you think?
Yeah, no, I don't recall any issues really breaking these in.
Yeah.
I've switched mid-season before and have not had a lot of trouble. Maybe one practice is all it really takes to do.
Okay.
I don't need any water or conditioner or anything like that, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah. I posted a shot of these on my Instagram and said I was going to start playing with them. And some goalies said that like their thumb sort of slipped out of this little like protective thing while they were playing. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting to me because like it's so like I'm my thumb is in there. Like it's all the way like to the, second little, what do you call this thing? Second, it's like probably like
Yeah.
right about there. So like I can't imagine it slipping out. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, so I wear a size large in this glove, but I
Okay.
prefer a much looser fit.
Okay.
I probably could get away with a medium, but eh.
How
So
tall are
when
you for reference?
5'5", 5'6".
Okay.
So I don't have the biggest hands, but they certainly aren't small either. But so the issue is just resting, my hand looks like this, but then I can totally get another about half inch there of clearance if I push down.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
some So it's not the biggest thing for me. It's just something that I've noticed when I'm playing that sometimes I kind of have to just like bring my thumb up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not anything that's ever actually impeding me to the point where I want to change the glove itself. I prefer a looser fit, and I think that just comes with the territory a little bit.
Yeah. Interesting. And then you mentioned you're able to get like even another like protective thumb splint on your thumb
Yeah.
and into the glove, right?
Yeah, I mean it certainly wasn't a heavy duty one. It was
Yeah.
just like a little plastic covering that came over and around to protect my nail. So,
Gotcha.
but it certainly, I could not see myself being able to do that with the razor gloves, is a
Because it
point
was
that I
too
would want to
tight.
make. Because it was too tight. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still feel like my thumb can move a little bit, but like it's not like I
Yeah.
still feel pretty well protected in there. And then of course, you've got that like feature where like I can't go back this way. So once it gets hit, it sort of like locks and like it
Yeah.
can't bend back that way to sort of protect.
And I will
Um,
say you do get pretty good flexion here with your
yeah.
finger.
Yeah, yeah. One goalie I mentioned, let me grab my stick real quick. So one goalie said that one thing that he did not like because of that extra pad right here, like you kind of lose a little bit of the touch. Like if you're one of those goalies that actually likes to kind of feel the stick with the thumb.
Yeah.
So that is one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, I set up like that, with my thumb like this, and I don't know. I think it's fine for me as I've been playing with it.
Yeah, so like I did say before, I am mostly gripping actually in my fingers around that front knuckle.
Yeah,
And I am very much up on the head. I'm not gripping with my thumb. I call it like a little like a gorilla grip almost. I
yeah,
feel like I lose control when I do that. So that is not so much as an issue for me, but I could certainly see that being a problem for
yeah.
some people.
I like it. Now, what about like the back of the hand? Have you taken shots to the back of the hand, and how would you rate the protection?
I would say the palm and the cuff are really good. I do actually really enjoy the cuff because you can wear it open or closed. Like I said, prefer a looser fit. I have other friends that wear it closed with this Velcro here.
Yeah.
Um, the fingers, pretty good on face value. Where I run into issues is when I'm kind of hitting the sides of the fingers.
Mm,
Particularly, I would feel like the top of the pointer finger, bottom of the pinky finger there. But straight on shots, I don't really have an issue. I think there's kind of an upper limit as to how much you can actually protect your hand without losing mobility in the fingers.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, most gloves that like I've tried, for example, I've got the Maverick Maxes right here, and I
Hmm.
would say like it's pretty much the exact same back of the hand protection, right? When we're talking back of the hand
Yeah.
protection, and even fingers too. So, like, I don't notice any difference in these two gloves. And I don't. It sounds like you don't either.
Yeah, I think the innovation is pretty strictly limited to the thumb piece.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is, right? It's the player glove, slap on like an extra
Yeah.
thumb. And yeah, so then you mentioned this piece right here. So you wear this bad boy open?
I wear it open, man. All the
Ooh.
Just like lots of sty there. I do have friends that like to close it, but like I said, I just like being able to move freely.
Yeah.
I also do know people use this cuff here for their mouthpieces,
Nice.
but I prefer the little like in the helmet look there. I think like
Yeah.
Delaney Switzer used to rock that a lot.
Okay.
Um, but also I've been kind of just throwing these onto my on my stick for the last like year or so, and I haven't had any wear out or anything like that, aside from some like just general yellowing from sweat and dirt and whatever inside the actual cuff. But other than
Well,
that,
that lacrosse funk from the sweat, that's just bound to happen, right?
yep.
Yeah.
But other than that, the white on the cuff and the actual glove is pretty consistent from when I got it. It's just the inside.
Got it. When we talk about the palm, so it's got pretty much all suede palms with like one
Hmm.
little piece of what do you call this right here?
Mesh?
Mesh. Yeah, nice. Mesh. So yeah, so some other gloves, like for instance, this one's pure suede in the palm. I don't know. Do you like that? Does it give you like just a little extra closer feel there, or just, not something you pay attention to?
Not particularly.
Yeah.
I use a hockey grip on my stick with the spiral,
The tape?
the tape
Yeah, yeah.
spirals
Okay. Yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so I'm not someone who's I'm not using often directly palm onto the stick.
Right.
I will say in all honesty. But that being said, haven't had any glaring issues with it except for just some tearing.
Okay. So yeah, so pretty solid in the thumb protection. I guess durability could use maybe an upgrade. And then you guys get them free, right? So maybe no cost factor, but of course, if you're a young goalie, or let's be honest, if you're the goalie mom or dad, you're probably wondering what the cost is. And I probably should have looked this up beforehand, but we're going to do it right on the fly. So these are going to run you 165, 165. So not like the cheapest gloves, but I mean that's kind of what lacrosse goalie gloves are at these days, I think, right? 140,
Yeah,
160, 150.
better than paying for thumb surgery, man.
Oh, better for paying for thumb surgery is right. And even like the pain and the mental anguish that goes into injuring your thumb, you want to do everything you can to protect the thumb. And yeah, I mean this is a pretty solid option, right? I haven't tried every goalie glove out there, but of the ones that I have tried, I'm voting for this one.
Yeah, I'd have to also as well. I feel like the most of it is like gloves are expensive, gear is expensive. Take care of it. Make
Yeah,
sure to wash your gear, especially your gloves. This is the piece of gear that's going to get the grossest the quickest.
it's true, right? Because your hands in there, it's sweating. So keep them clean. And yeah, cool. Anything else you want to add about this glove, Mel?
Um, no, not really. I think we covered it all. Thanks for having me, man. I really do appreciate it a lot.